Radio. Let's get it. Yeah.
I wrote some shit like 5 minutes in. God damn it. Man. Okay.
I represent the streets, I represent the struggle, I represent the block, man, I represent the hustle. I represent the mothers and fathers that never loved you. I represent the shooters, the niggas that love to touch you. I represent the hurt, I represent the pain, I represent the break days, represent the rain. I represent the niggas with money that never change. Niggas that see a glass full, everything's a game. The ghetto, coming from the land of the lost, this ain't the land of the free. Well, if it is, why you handling me? Why you got your guns drawn like I'm planning to flee? Shit, I can have a Stanford degree. I get you thinking cause my boots untied and my tune's too loud and my watch is looking like I blew a few thou and my car is smelling like I blew a little loud. That I didn't graduate summa cum laude. When you right, fuck it, so what's the next step? Coward niggas stay in your lane and be your best bet. If you still walking this earth, you ain't a threat yet. Tell him chill, I ain't getting notice of his death yet. So I advise you to keep calm and get lost. Go ahead and reach, I keep mine at mid-toss. A sudden move and you can get scorched. I'ma skip court, finish the job before I get caught. The streets, I represent the struggle, I represent the block, man, I represent the hustle. I represent the mothers and fathers that never loved you. I represent the shooters, the niggas that love to touch you. I represent the hurt, I represent the pain. I represent the break days, represent the rain. I represent the niggas with money that never change. Niggas that see a glass full, everything's a game. You represent me, you better keep it tight. Cause if you not real, you ain't representing right. I do it for the pot, I'm prepping for the white. I just let it drop, then I catch it with the ice. I represent a gift, I'm changing niggas' life. Take them with me, let them skip the danger for the night. I read them like a book, they pages wasn't right. I know they not trying to be in cages for their life. Can't you see I'm hope? No, it's not an option. You can either let me in the game or I'm robbing. OVH mobbing, Goonie gang mobbing. Bunch of niggas rap, but we move them things private. Do it for the future, I'm on college. Half fly the plane, he overthrown the pilot. Did 100 mil, not bread for mileage. Got it as a group, that's how much we riding. I represent the streets, I represent the struggle. I represent the block, man, I represent the hustle. I represent the mothers and fathers that never loved you. I represent the shooters, the niggas that love to touch you. I represent the hurt, I represent the pain. I represent the break days, represent the rain. I represent the niggas with money that never change. Niggas that see a glass full, everything's a game. The ghetto.
Yes, sir. That was Leak Morse, Ghetto, OBH. That was Heat. We got an ill interview tonight. Shut 'em Down Radio interview with King Earner 1 at Instagram. Honor Your Life Campaign. Also check out King Earner. His website is honorableearners.com. He'll be calling in shortly. And basically, just call 347-850-1177. We're going to have an in-depth interview about the conditions of our people and economic growth and the infrastructure of today's society. So we definitely going to get into that. Also, send music to shutthemdown0@gmail.com. We got 2 mixtapes dropping, and we working, man. Hope everybody's being safe out here tonight. Don't drink and drive. We have a caller, 267-456. You on the line with Shut 'em Down Radio. How you doing,
what's up,
family?
baby? This is King Earner, baby.
Yo, what's up, King Earner? How you doing, man?
Oh man, you know, man, I really can't call it. You hear me?
Real talk, man. Now, King Earner, I really commend you for speaking to the youth about injustice and poverty and trying to correct their life. Now, we got a lot of people listening tonight. We're going to go really in depth with this interview. You know what I mean? You got the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So we're going to have a discourse. So now, King Earner, with your movement now, what are you trying to convey to the youth and to the world?
But my whole goal is to really basically get a youngin' something different, something that we didn't have, man. You know, a lot of times, man, in life, it's about your direction and who guides you. If they ain't guiding you and giving you no direction, you gonna lose, man.
That's the truth.
You
Definitely.
know what I mean? So that's my main goal, and to protect the elders. Like on my neighborhood, you know what I mean, manning the like 3 block radius. They
Okay.
love me to death. Like they look for me to protect them, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. I make sure I protect them. You hear me?
Right. Facts. Now, I've been looking at your videos, man. They very inspirational. And
I
also,
appreciate that, bro.
definitely. And also, when you was talking about their life, us as men, showing, emotion in this society when it's always suppressed, I definitely commend you on that. Now, going to the youth, going to the colleges and stuff like that, and telling your story, how did you come about that? As far as, sharing your experiences.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. With my daughter had me, she made me want to change for a long time, right?
Okay.
And I've been had changed. Like I wasn't selling drugs tonight, but
Right.
my mindset was like, a sucker, man. Treat him like a sucker. The violence thing, I still had that in my mind frame.
Right.
I started cultivating, man, and looking at how many suckers. When I say suckers, I'm not meaning bad people. I'm meaning that we going for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it made me be like, man, I'm really poisoning our people worse than anybody. I'm like the worst guy in the world by telling them to do all this negativity. Who am I? Like it was just like out of pocket, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Now, what's crazy is, your story. We all can relate to this. And I know you from Philly. Now, the demographic of Philly, New York, cities worldwide is all the same. We all share the same thing, injustice, no infrastructure, economics. And, a lot of us don't have fathers, and I feel like this society is making us effeminate, and you touched on that, and talk to the people about that,
Well, what I think is what's going on, man. It's a bunch of following. If you go to Instagram, you see there's a follow button. You go to Facebook, there's a follow button.
Right.
Everybody's following each other, but nobody's knowing. You follow somebody, you don't even know who you're following. So what ends up happening is that everybody's following the wrong people, man. And I'm not really blaming nobody. I ain't really pointing the fingers at nobody, man. Like a lot of people been hearing me cuss out the drug dealers. The drug dealers this, the drug dealers that. I'm only telling them stop being suckers, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop being suckers to the wrong things, man. And as we know in my city, and I'm pretty sure in other cities, a sucker is somebody that goes for anything, man.
Right. Money.
The youngins is going for anything. They got the rats coming home from prison.
Right, correct.
Confidential informants, the police is putting the drugs in their hands and calling it sham or whatever they call the drugs, saying it's not real. They're saying in the court that the drugs isn't real, but they are real. And it's putting people in hotels, making them allow people to testify. I mean, it's a whole bunch of nonsense going on. And guess what? We don't got to fall for it.
We don't. I definitely agree with you.
For a bankroll.
Right.
No, go ahead, bro. I'm listening to you.
Now, what's crazy is it's like our opportunities, go to school, try to get a degree, but then you get subjugated to not getting a job, or if you get a felony. Now, coming from Philly, I know the common law state. Could you elaborate on that for the people that don't really know about the laws and the law books and stuff like that?
Put it this way, I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut. 1998, I come home from prison, was home 2 weeks. A dude said I shot him in his face up Broad Island, right?
Okay.
He went to the police district. I was nowhere in sight, nowhere around. They still got a warrant for my arrest with no proof on anything. You hear me?
Right.
But I wound up beating the case because my lawyer, George Henry Newman, he said, on a scale of 1 to 10, what did you give my client? He said, I gave him an 8. You couldn't send me to jail because of that. But the Commonwealth is so vicious, the district attorney office said, you know what? Lock him up anyway. You know what I'm saying? So It's mass destruction, but guess what? I call it self-genocide because, like I said, everybody don't got to fall for the bag.
That's true.
It's
That's
a Houdini joint. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's definitely true. Now, what's crazy is, Philly, especially, I know you had the MOVE movement. For a lot of people that don't know, I've seen that documentary. It was really deep.
Right.
Where it was domestic terrorism. Right. With domestic terrorism in Philly. Actually, they bombed the area. So
they bombed it. Mayor Good authorized it.
Right. Now, all the stuff that's going on with Trump, with FEMA, they locking us up, they bringing back the RICO laws and all that stuff. How can we get away from that and build an infrastructure? I mean, hood to hood. You know what I'm saying? Like city to city, where we can empower each other.
Well, first of all, it's the first thing. Everybody got to stop looking for the money for themselves.
Right.
If you got a donation or you motivating out here, whatever you're doing, the money should be going back to the community. Like for years, without having the Honor Your Life campaign, before I had it, I always split up and I would find people that didn't have and people that, know and love me can vouch for that. But I'm not looking for a voucher. I'm just looking for the honor back. And the honor back is the OGs stepping the dudes for real. But these dudes use Instagram as a place to kind of like be down and like get accepted and get fused in life. So it's watered down.
That's
and
the truth.
You know what I mean? They hold John as this. Like, if they gonna get on Instagram and get 100,000 likes and hopefully somebody call them to book them for them to speak or talk for a big bankroll, and that they ain't gonna give back. Man, these dudes is phony. And it's like to the point, and a lot of people get mad because I always say that I got a lot of love for OBH and I consider them family. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk, man. They honorable people, man.
Right, but the reason why they hate them is because of the talent. A lot of people miss out on everything, and I'm being hated because of the talent. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk.
If the hate stops, we can go hood to hood, youngin' to youngin', and guess what? It can work, but it got to start with the old heads in the community. And most of them, you look for them right now, and guess what they're busy? They rapping too. They're looking for how they can be in a picture with the biggest artists in the world.
Exactly.
They looking to be around Lil Uzi and them guys. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking these dudes. I'm saying that they got their ways of earning. That's they earn. They'll tell you they're trying to get to $1. Everything else is irrelevant. My goal was to make sure that we all have and not worry about money. Because it's not that big of a deal. It's only cash.
Now, we're a little older, you know what I'm saying? So with the youth, we used to listen to the OGs and they would guide you. I feel like the OGs are acting like the young Gs, and also, I feel like the OGs need to talk to the younger guys as, adults. Meaning, have a conversation. Don't treat them like a young one, but treat them like a man. You know what I'm saying? So where do you find the disconnect between the youth and the older guys?
One thing I know about these youngins, they not suckers, right? They just misguided with the drugs and stuff, the K2, the dust, and the heroin and all that, but they're not dumb. They know who to pick from. That's why if you go to my page, you'll see I don't have a real huge following. But you will see most of the dudes from the inner city, whether they from North Philly, whether they from South Philly, whether they from Uptown, whether they from Broad Island, whether they from Front Rock, wherever they're from, West Philly, Southwest, they love me because they saw me go through them jails and they knew that I was a man of honor in there and outside here. A lot of these dudes that's on his Instagram now, some of them never really been in jail. They acting like they OG. How can you be an OG, right? When you never been through nothing in the streets. I ain't saying you got to be a street guy, but I'm saying where your struggle comes from within. Do your friend have a struggle? If your brother that's close to you have a struggle, I understand why you had to struggle then.
Correct.
But other than that, these dudes is cartoonish, man. They get on here, they play the slow music in the back, they bop, and it's a show, it's a game. They're not serious. You dig me?
Yeah, it's true. Now,
I ain't putting no slow shit on the back of my jaw talking about how I'm going to say the youngins because that ain't saving them. But go ahead, I'm listening, bro.
Yeah, now, that's crazy that you said that because nowadays, how they personifying our characters. I mean, even the media to rap. And I feel like OBH, you resonate the streets, adversity, and surviving and making change. Because the music got bars. And I really commend OBH, Dark Globe, AR Ab, Breeze Baguettes. I got to meet them.
And major shout out to Dark Low. The reason why I want to give a major shout out to Dark Low, he's a good brother, you know what I'm saying?
He is.
He got a lot of good things going on. He's a positive individual, and I just wish him the best of everything. I want Allah to bless him and make everything of honor of him. Leak Malls, you know what I'm saying? Definitely super thorough. I mean, I ain't met a
shout
guy
out
like
to Leak
him yet.
Malls.
You hear me?
Now, what's crazy?
Go ahead.
Yeah, now, with your movement, like the honor, and I really respect that because everybody throw that catchphrase, I'm real, I'm this, I'm keeping it real.
Yeah.
But the honor is so commendable because the honor means you got to reciprocate that honor,
Right. It's more action.
It's more action, right? Because you can always say, I'm real at this, I'm real at that, but honor is very commendable. Now, with your movement, especially with the clothing line, entrepreneurship, how do you feel about that? It's a two-part question. Also, you know how the neighborhoods go. We don't own anything in our neighborhoods. Now, I know y'all got Black and Noble out there. That's a staple center for, Philly. And, I know they have a lot of talks
New
and
York,
meetings.
Jersey, right.
Right. Like, I had my friend actually go out there. My man, Starmel, he got a book out there. And, he did a presentation out there. So, like me, I've never been to Philly, you know what I'm saying? But I respect what you're doing out there, especially with the clothing line. Could you elaborate on that too?
Well, the clothing line, it started off with Earners, LLC, me and Leak Mall.
Okay.
We started that, and when we done that, we took off. Moss wound up going to prison. I went to prison right like a couple weeks after him. Wound up getting caught up, with a bunch of nonsense, people lying on me. Nonetheless, what ended up happening is, when I came home, I was like, I already was speaking of honor so much. So, Lil Moolah, his little brother, had kind of kept it alive with the honorable. Everybody was honorable. So, the whole city was coming into jail like, yo, hey, hi, King Ernest. Yo, honorable. And I was like, damn, it did go big. So, when I came home, I spoke on it more. But I'm going to tell you the truth, brother.
Yeah.
I started seeing that the people start taking it back to the mafia side of it. And I said, you know what, man? If I'm going to be anything of honor, man, and carry on the legacy of my grandfather and my cousin Mookson, you know what I mean, Top Dollar Bill, what I'm going to do is I'm going to honor it with some positivity and leave all the negative nonsense out of it, man. Because the negative shit, man, excuse my French, it has no place
this is real. Let's shut them down radio, man. So,
okay, yeah, I'm fast, so I don't want to, you know what I mean?
It's all good. It's all good.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel as though, man, the Honor Your Life campaign is adding a lot. I speak at Camelot School. It's the old boom, one of the roughest schools in Philadelphia. I just spoke at both of them. Cheney made me offers. I done had a few colleges, but a lot of things, I'm not going to lie, bro, I turned down. And there be a lot of money involved.
I respect
that. Reason you know why I turned it down, though, bro?
Right.
They asking me to tell these kids that jail is rough. They telling me to lie to these children and tell them they're going to get raped and all this. When these little niggas might be the rapists. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like to the point where as though I can't lie to nobody. I tell them, if you go to jail, you're being a bum in jail. Can't nothing happen in jail. I only know one man, well, I'm going to say two men, that I can honestly say I can think of from the top of my head that's in jail right now, that I can say that's men of honor, that stand-up guys that don't promote negativity. That's Skag Mercy and Western Army. The rest of these guys are phonies, man. You hear me? They want to come out and destroy our community. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. A lot of them is waiting to come on and tell on somebody.
Damn. Now, that's real. Now, wait, hold on. We going in, man. Shut them down radio. We rocking with King Erna. This is real, in-depth interview. Now, what I like about what you was talking about with pedophiles and all that stuff, I seen a video and you was talking about we got to get these people out of the neighborhood. I definitely agree with that. I feel like we need to govern our neighborhoods and patrol our own neighborhoods, right? And get these people out of our neighborhoods instead of harboring these people. You know?
See, this is the thing with the pedophile and this stuff. And I'm going to tell you, man, this is
Right.
on the Honor Your Life campaign. I spoke on a topic. And I see a lot of people, the brother Wallow, even after I spoke on it, hurt people, he even brought it to the forefront. And shout out to him for acknowledging King Erna by bringing it to the forefront. Hurt people. Now,
That's the truth.
the thing is, though, I had to take a seat and sit back and look at these guys, man. They have
Right.
mental issues. And in my religion, we say that the people who have mental problems, the sin is lifted. They're not even held accountable for a lot of things they do. So we have to hold them accountable. You dig me?
That's real, man.
Hey, bro, listen to me, man. You know how many young girls that dress like boys because they don't want the boys to like them anymore? Because
That's the
their
truth.
uncle touched them, because their uncle raped them. And you rapists, y'all still out there, and I know y'all out there. My thing is that I don't want them in our community, but I don't want to scare them away with as though we don't know who they are. We need for them
Right.
to come forth
It's
and
true.
say, I have a problem. I rape people. I touch people. It's not me. I have a problem.
Right.
Get them on medication or get them in their little area so we can keep the kids away from them. Because if they touch my daughter, I don't know how much I can honor their life. You understand
Yeah,
what
I
I mean?
couldn't
bro?
honor that either. I ain't honoring their life either. Now,
You're not.
Now, what's crazy is with all these police shootings, you know,
Right.
jail, all kind of things, Trump rhetoric, all kind of stuff. I don't know why people are still feeding into this society, you know, and actually listening to these imbeciles and incompetent fools telling us what to do. I feel like everybody eats off of us, but never share the wealth with us. You know, like we're the salt of the earth. You get what I'm saying?
But
So I
why
feel
should
like
they, bro?
that's the truth.
You know
Right
why
on
I say
that
that? Why
one.
should they? We don't share with ourselves.
And that's the truth.
Listen, a dude to blow your head off because you got a better car than him.
Yep.
A dude to blow your head off because you got a prettier girl than him. Instead of
That's the
going to
truth.
work for it and get a car just like you. See, I was always the type of guy, if I see you ride down the street in the Benz and you was my man, I congratulate you. While the other dude
Same
was
here.
saying, man, that John played it. Oh, that John played it. Back in the day. That
Right.
John played it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's played it, or he done this to get it, or he robbed so-and-so. Why do you want to talk so bad about each other?
Yeah, it's sad.
I don't do
It's
that.
pathetic.
When I see it, I have never, any of my friends, my real brothers that I love,
Right.
say, Hodge will avoid this type of honor communication when it comes down to my brothers.
Correct.
I love my brothers, but you know what I hate? I hate people that try to deceive me.
That's
because
the
you're not
worst.
deceiving me. You're deceiving the whole hood.
Yep. Because we all
You
the
done
same.
deceived your own community. I got my
It's
man
true.
next to me right here with me because we're doing this live, right? And me and
Right.
he grew up with each other. A lot of dudes be trying to turn their back on him. He's a good dude. I'm here for him 24/7, like he here for me. We just broke fast together. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'd rather be around him, my man, than some millionaire flashy fraud who will talk behind my back or want me to be around to be a slave of his, because the drug dealers are the new slave masters.
Wow. That's deep.
That's what they are, you know?
Right. Now,
Slave masters, bro.
right. Now, what's crazy is, you know, even with the music now, right? Now, we come from the hood. We come from these environments and stuff like that, you know?
Right.
And I feel like it's supposed to be more diversity in the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now, some artists, I feel, are getting passes, you know, and what they're perpetuating is like bad. You got to tell the good and the bad, you know? Like,
Right.
everybody has faults. And I feel like you let everybody know your fault and how to grow from, you know, your faults and stuff. Because, like I said earlier, prior to, you know, talking right now, that, you know, we didn't grow up with fathers, broken homes,
Right.
drugs. We need to stop that cycle, that self-hate. You know, it's very malicious.
Well, it won't stop, brother. You know, I'm going to tell you why it won't stop. And it's going to continue to go on. When you get a dude, get on Instagram and say, man, these dudes running around with their pants hanging down and How you gonna do this? But where you at, cuz? Is you in the hood?
Facts.
Nigga, I saw a nigga on the beach somewhere. I'm talking about far somewhere. Talking about, yeah, man, I'm just saying, like, y'all young boys need to. The youngest looking at them like, where you at? I walk up and down Erie Avenue, North Philly, South Philly. I
Right.
have a son in South Philly, Lord I need. You know what I'm saying? And they love me. These kids love me. You know what I'm saying? But when you get dudes that ain't able to really come in the heart of the wars, where the wars are going at, where the dudes with the property at,
Right.
you'll never get them to be able to change because they're going to say, damn, he think he's better than us. So F
That's
them.
the truth.
Dig me?
Right. I feel like what's crazy about this world right now, you know,
Right.
when you, quote unquote, you know how people say you make it to the upper echelons, you made it out the hood, right?
Right.
I feel like people are so fragmented mentally because at one token, you want to make it out the hood, but you're not accepted by them anyway. So then, like you just said, that, you know, a lot of these dudes, they get out the hood, they don't want to come back to the hood, or they don't care about the hood, or whatever the case may be. So it's like a catch-22 in certain instances, you know?
Right. See,
So,
I hear people. Go ahead, brother.
yeah, you can continue.
Look, I hear people say, you know, Jay-Z had a saying that he say, and I don't knock Jay-Z saying because I understand. If I got $1 billion, I probably wouldn't be able to be too much amongst the people. But then again, I've got to think back to.
Yeah, I remember. I remember what he said.
I got to think back to 2000 though. You know what I mean? I got to go back to 9-6 when I got bankrolls that was big, real huge, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I dared, and they didn't dishonor that. No one ever tried to murder me about my money.
Right.
Because you know why? I didn't have no problem with sharing, man.
That's real.
See, this was me when I had it, right? When I was in the street type life, if I knew that you didn't have it, you just had a child or something, and I know nobody's thinking of you. You might be from another part of the neighborhood and city. I'm just you to pull up in my green Suburban, jump out, and tell everybody, what's up, what I got going on? Oh, man, ain't nothing. I'm popping the back of my trunk, and I'm giving out 10, 20 pounds a week. You hear me?
Right.
Based
Yeah,
off
feed the hood.
Yeah, right, and it never was like I wanted anything back from anybody.
Correct.
I
Now,
never wanted anything.
What's real and honorable is that OBH, I see I give back to the community, you know?
Man, it's crazy, bro, because guess what? I didn't see Ab go in his pocket 1,000,001 times, man, to feed a dude. I didn't see Lee Moss go in his pocket. And then forget all of what they feed everybody else. Let me give you me and how I was on the run for 2 years and how Lee Moss stuck to me like glue. He stuck to me so hard that they looked for him and his parole officer gave him an absconding charge. He made sure I ate. He made sure I was hidden. He made sure I was tough. He made sure I didn't go to jail. And guess what? I honored that because you know what? You ain't gonna get that type of love from dudes, man. You ain't gonna get it. You ain't gonna get the calls like you get from Prince of the Shady. Actually, who you are, and is everything okay? Or my brother that's a comedian, Jamaican G. You're not gonna get the calls. You know what I'm saying? So
no
even
doubt.
Like a lot of times, a lot of people miss the other support too that people need. You need your family. These women are the best for us out here. You know why I say that? Even the ones that's messing up that you see in the club, they just want some attention. They want the real niggas back. The dudes are honor though. You know what I mean?
Right. Now,
I don't blame them.
Now, what's crazy is we as men been subjugated so bad to the lowest common denominator that the women don't respect us. Now, this infrastructure of white supremacy we know is prevalent in this world, right? So now the women are taking the roles of the men because, you know, the man's supposed to be the head of the household, you know? So it's like we're talking at each other like we're mortal enemies instead of dealing with the common enemy we have. So like you said, mentally people are fragmented, you know, and we gotta have some discourse about this. You know, I feel like these shows that they perpetuate nowadays is crazy. These reality shows are crazy. How do you feel about that?
Man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. These niggas been sitting on these girls' houses with their dirty socks playing PlayStation all their life, cuz.
Real talk.
It ain't changed. It just got worse because the women begin to accept it because they thought honorable niggas is in jail with things. So they said, hold up for a second. Let me choose me a sucker or two. And what happens is they enable the man. The nigga don't go nowhere.
Yep.
And they don't say nothing. Come home from work. The nigga still in the same place, borrowed the car, then knocked off everything, messed up the brakes in the car, don't want to help fix the brakes, but the women is still enabling it.
Yeah, it's true.
I blame them.
That's definitely true. Now,
no chump.
Right now, we all know that, especially with your children, because I have a son too, right? Now, the government is always in your business, meaning if any indiscrepancy happens in school, you know, they telling you what to do. Like, you know, years ago, we grew up on, you know, you get scolded by your aunt, you know, community member, something like that. But now the kids are actually saying, look, I'll call the cops on you and get you locked up. So how you feel about some situations and how to avoid those situations?
That's what I'm saying, man. Look, the government, this is how the government is doing it. Tupac used to speak on it. That's why he's not here now. Everybody talking about going to Colombia, all this other nonsense, or whatever the hell they going through. They talking about they seeing Pac or whatever the nonsense may be. And I mean, they might look at me and know something I don't know, but I'm telling you this, man. The government goal is to get as much money as possible because at a time, you remember, they didn't run out of time or money.
Right.
Well, now they are. They run out of time and money to the point where you have government officials involved in big-time, like, drug deals, like El Chapo type of situation. You see what I'm saying?
This is true. Drugs, everything. I know.
Listen, he was the king of synthetic drugs, right?
Right.
After he went to jail, what happened? People started dying like flies from the heroin at a higher rate. They always die. They mixing the fentanyl with the dope, and they don't know how much they mixing it. So the fentanyl,
and they ain't cutting it, and people just OD. Crazy.
It's over. It's over.
Right.
It now, over, bro.
Now I see you promoting good health. Like I seen you had drinks and stuff like that. Right. Now, a lot of people are getting diabetes, we dying young, heart disease, stuff like that. Now, the hood structure is Chinese food, bodega, stuff like that. How do you feel, you know, even with like religion, beliefs, stuff like that? Is it a certain practice we should have for us eating clean food and governing our bodies?
I came from Black and Nobel.
Right.
Very honorable man. You know what he told me a long time ago? He had the same disease I had in my colon at the time, called diverticulitis.
Oh, I heard of that. That's the stomach diverticulitis. I know what you're talking about. Right.
I had it at 22. I had it at 22, but I got a pain. I can't take pain. I got it taken out. I got a colon reset. I don't have a lower body.
Right. So, I know what you're talking about.
What wound up happening is this brother told me he was going to take C-Mall to heal himself. And I laughed at him. I said, get out of here, boy. I said, man, go to the hospital and you get you some medication.
Right.
He said, I'm going to work 30 days, man, and I'm